Hi, my name's Lauren. Awkwardness is very familiar to me. I've been awkward pretty much my whole life, and I've never really had a strong suit for communication. But it's gotten better the older I've gotten, and the more confidence I've gained with going into the workforce and dealing with communication every day. I communicate with my children in my classroom, communicate with my parents, like the parents in my classroom, and my my managers and coworkers and everything else. And it's not I'm not as awkward as I used to be. But in middle school, we would do this thing called popcorn reading. I'm sure you've heard of it. It's where the teacher picks random people in the classroom to read passages, and you have to pay attention and read along to know where you're supposed to read. And I would either not be paying attention because I used to have really bad ADD, or I would be so stressed out about my, like, not knowing when I was going to be picked on to read. I would be, like, really super stressed about it and lose my place. And when I did read, I would either read really slow or stutter, stumble over my words, and that would in turn make me even more stressed, trying to think of what people were thinking of my reading and being stressed if they were going to make fun of me or they were just going to look at me like I was dumb. But I realized that if I had certain techniques I would use, like I would read over the passage again and again and practice it. So when I did read it, I wouldn't be as stressed, I wouldn't stutter over my words, I would know the material. And I realized it didn't matter what people thought of my reading, it just mattered that I knew the material and what I was talking about. And now when I have to read something out loud at work or go to my manager and talk to her about something or something like that, it's not really the same concept, but it's open communication. So I'm not as stressed and it doesn't really affect my day-to-day life. And I thought that I would always be terrified to talk to people or read aloud or do presentations, and it's not as bad as it used to be. So that's why I'm excited for this class, because it's helping me with public speaking and just not being stressed out when I have to present something, because that's a big part of the career that I want to go into.